Sound rolling. Scene 2.1, take 1. 1.2. Oh, sorry. Scene 1.2, take 1.
That was my fault. I say.
I'm Erin, and I was the director. I didn't base my idea on any film in particular. I didn't look at films more so, I just read more into the legend, is it the legend? Mm-hmm. And saw that it was like creepy, not like scary, not like a horror, but like creepy, and I wanted to do something on that, but there wasn't a specific film.
So I think like on the first night when we did like lighting, I thought that was quite a good thing, trying to get the moon lighting through the window to try and get the right effect. I think it was quite effective on that shoot.
I feel like as a group as well, one of our responsibilities was just not to forget anything, because we want to make sure that everything is available for the directors so they don't have like any limitations to what they can do and how they can film it.
It's giving concrete. It's giving concrete. We can just can you be quiet, please?
Well, there's no sound.
It doesn't matter.
Scene 5.4, take 1. Danny, I'm sorry.
One of the challenges was communicating to the actors if I wanted to change something and how they were doing something. I sort of got over that and started doing it, but in the first couple scenes I kind of was like, okay, it's fine, like you're good to go, but it wasn't exactly how I wanted it. So that and when I did sometimes mention it and they weren't fully doing what I was asking them to do, I don't know, but we got there in the end. But that was one of my challenges, like actually directing the actors, which was my job.
I found it quite interesting. I've never done production design before, but also challenging because I'm not great with organisation. So the sort of beginning part was difficult, but I had a good team working with me, so that made it easier. I think initially I found it easy, like when we sort of divided into different departments, and it was a lot easier when we were on set to divide, but when we were set building it became more challenging because I think there was a bigger workload, so everyone just wanted to help everyone, so that was more challenging.
So I was part of the production design department. My name is Marici Curbastro, and I was like under the guidance of Kira, which is head of department. So I was like one of her minions, to put it in a way. I want to say it was pretty easy, just because we had it was very horizontal type of workflow. So we would exchange ideas and come up with something that we kind of all agreed, or most of us. So even though she had the final word, we were able to exchange ideas and the different visions we had for the project. And that made it fun and more relaxing, I think. So very good.
So I play Kat, who's brought her partner out to a cabin in the woods because she has a kind of intention of going to visit the grave that she's recently found out is her ancestor. And Kat doesn't really have any family. It's implied in the script that her mum has a kind of gambling addiction and hasn't really been around. So that's why she's kind of got this desire to come out and seek out her ancestor's grave.
So I played Dan/Danny. It was originally written as a man, so in my head I'm sort of mostly playing a man, which is quite interesting. but he comes to the cottage at sort of behest of his girlfriend, who's insisted that they come, and he's not really convinced about why they're here, and it's all a bit shifty, but you know, he loves her, so he'll do it anyway. But it's going to go a bit awry this afternoon, I think, and there's going to be sort of, I'm going to have black contacts involved and have to be possessed. So I think it's going to go a bit sideways for me today, but it'll be nice to see how that goes.
Calibrate it at post. Yeah, you can calibrate.
It's just the fact that there was no moonlight in the first one. They want to add moonlight now. To take the start of blue.
Well, for me, I have done quite a lot of film projects already, so I kind of knew what kind of working method I have, so I just needed to adapt it to this project, which was because everyone else, this is the first project you do in here, so I tried to help as much as I could without interfering like too much. The Alexa, the camera, that was one big thing we chose to go for. It's one of the main things we get to try in this course, this unit, so it was really about that, because the Alexa produces a kind of film-like look when it's edited properly. So that was the one big thing to consider with all the camera accessories and styles and stuff.
I think the one that I first thought of was Possession. It has a very similar kind of vibe to it, of like the camera movements and the lighting works with the characters and the acting.
Yeah, none of the workshops were kind of focused on sound. However, they were fun. I quite liked I liked the makeup one, and then I also did like some of the costume one. Just less the practical part of that, but more the talking.
Took a lot of inspiration from the film Under the Skin for the soundtrack, and Bones and All, because I thought they're both quite creepy and I wanted to be able to make the sound for this film like creepy. We worked together on last year together on a film, so I feel like we had a good like work
relationship.
Yeah, like we work well together, I think, and I'm happy that I get to do sound with that.
Okay, yes.
I think collaboration completely goes hand in hand with communication on a filmmaking project. I think it's so important to have that and let the departments mix, because if everyone is just doing their own job and only that, then I mean it can still be a great outcome, but with us we kind of were all merging into each other's roles, and I think that was like really key to making a good final product. You know, letting the DOP work with production design, knowing what space they had and what lighting they were going to use, and that was like so important for us to know. Especially with like actors, that collaboration. You know, some people get on a set and they're very shy, but you have to really bring out this business side to yourself and just make those, you know, you have to just make these decisions that you might not be comfortable with, but you have to. And I think for us, creating a space that was comfortable and relaxed allowed everyone to do that. So I do think collaboration was really good on my behalf to create that space for everyone. So,
Dom Dean, I'm the unit leader for 501.
I'm Neil Rose, senior lecturer and course leader for film and screen arts.
Rusty Cleve, I am the tech tutor, and we are all executive producers.
As a trio, this is the second time that we've run this, and I think that's really indicative of the fact that, so we'll run it, evaluate how it went, and then decide what we need to do the next time. Do you get what I mean? Just so we can refine, continuously refine. If we're going to take you guys into a kind of a safe, pseudo-professional version of this,
then actually we can't also expect you guys to have a background understanding of something that realistically you haven't actually done before. So that's why this year there was a greater focus on job roles, realistically.
Yeah, 100%. It's like all of these, like running around going, have you thought about this? Is almost in a way of like, I've done this wrong before.
Definitely. And I think it's tempting to be like, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do it like that from our perspective, but actually for you guys to see that and have that lived experience of actually doing it yourself as well resonates really pertinent with the work that you're doing.
So outside of the trio, we've been doing this, well, I've particularly been working on this module for 8 years. Done it every year. It's evolved to something way better now than it was 8 years ago.
Oh, hey.
What are we doing today?
Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
It's actually in focus, so... Yeah, that's good.
I can't do this.